Want to know how this 360-ton crawler crane can float? And what a lifting platform operator does on site? Discover the answers to these questions and many others in our latest construction site documentary. Construction company Depenbrock invited us to showcase the deployment of their largest crawler crane on a jack-up platform. It sounds exciting. We've never filmed at a location like this before. We head over to the North Sea, more precisely to the container terminal in Cuxhaven. After a safety briefing, we take a water taxi out to the Simone jack-up platform. The crossing is short. The work platform is located just over 100 metres from the embankment, but it plays a key role here in preparing for the enlargement of the berths. We climb onto the platform with our camera equipment. There we are welcomed by Franziska, a civil engineer who gives us an overview of the work on site. With the crew now complete, the crawler crane is being moved into position. Alongside the crawler crane operator and two pile drivers, the permanent crew on the platform also includes a jack-up barge operator. His main task is to position the floating platform with pinpoint precision, using tugs and anchors. He also has to take tides, wave action, currents and wind conditions into account. The role of a jack-up platform operator is not a regulated profession. It requires both nautical expertise and hands-on experience with construction equipment and hydraulic engineering. Depenbrock is currently seeking young talent for this varied and high-responsibility role. If this sounds like something for you, check out the company's website. You'll find all the contact details there. With an operating weight of around 360 tons, the Liebherr LR 1400 SX is fully ballasted to achieve maximum lifting capacity. The deck of the jack-up platform has been further reinforced for this purpose, and the crawler crane has been ordered to include hydraulic ground pressure reduction plates. A special system also calculates the pressure on the foundation in real time and compares it with the safety limits. Nothing can go wrong in these situations. The Liebherr crane, built in 2022, has already been used on land, but was mainly acquired for work on the floating platform. Moving it to another site would be extremely expensive. 18 heavy haul trailers would be needed to transport the LR 1400 to another construction site. We obtained a special official permit to film here at the Deepwater port on this exact day, and above all, to use our drone. Unfortunately, there was no way to avoid the miserable weather. You only really get a sense of the worksite from an aerial view. We are on the Simone jack-up platform, which acts as a floating construction site and is used, among other things, to drive the inclined piles for the new 1,250-metre-long quay wall of the port terminal. The floating pontoon is positioned and supported on the seabed to a depth of up to 32 metres, using huge hydraulic support legs. The pile driving rig has been positioned, and the 60-metre-long inclined pile can now be driven about 17 metres into the seabed. During the process, the hydraulic hammer generates immense forces of up to 90 kilonewton meters. In just over 45 minutes, the inclined pile is driven into place and preparations start again. Working on a floating platform only works as a team effort. Everyone must rely on their colleagues. The 1,800 square metre jack-up platform houses power generators, hydraulic units, winches, a workshop, and of course, the control room. This is where position data, communications and technical control converge into a single place, coordinated and monitored by the jack-up platform operator. He's in charge. Hydraulic engineering has long been part of the Depenbrock Group's portfolio. With 4 floating platforms, 5 pile-driving pontoons, and numerous large machines, the company is a leader in this field across Germany. Floating work platforms such as the Simone have been widely used in the past along the coastlines of Lithuania, Poland, Denmark and Ireland. Only a few meters away sits the jack-up platform Annegret, which is slightly smaller than the Simone and is not approved for offshore use. The construction of a heavy-duty quay for handling onshore and offshore wind turbines is currently one of Depenbrock's largest ongoing construction projects and is scheduled to take 3.5 years. In addition to pile and vibratory driving work, the company has also been commissioned to perform civil engineering and roadworks, among other projects. The project is planned in the company's technical office. The Depenbrock Group employs around 1,400 people and operates from 24 locations in Germany, Poland and Denmark. The company was founded almost 100 years ago and is still family-owned and run today. Its headquarters are in Stemwede, North Rhine-Westphalia. In addition to civil engineering and hydraulic engineering, Depenbrock is also active in general construction and civil engineering, maintaining a large fleet of construction machinery for these projects. In November 2025, we will travel to Leer in East Frisia, where we will get a first-hand look at another major construction site. This involves the expansion of the Benzstrasse business park to over 12 hectares, making room for new companies to move in. During our visit, the development work was in full swing. A major challenge in the implementation is the high water table. Several high-capacity pumps are in use to control the surface water. According to the plans, the soil must be replaced in some areas down to a depth of up to 2 meters. To protect the ground and avoid damaging the gas pipelines and cables running beneath it, as well as to create access routes for the construction machinery, heavy-duty excavator mats are being laid. The fertile topsoil is secured and will be reused for agricultural purposes. The transport of topsoil and subsoil requires roughly 8,000 truck journeys. The excavators are equipped with machine control systems from Liebherr. The machine operators have direct access to the relevant construction plan data and can implement it with pinpoint accuracy. The topographical data is shared via cloud with the civil engineers in real time and can be updated at any time. The development work being carried out by Depenbrock, partly with the support of subcontractors, includes not only ground stabilization, but also sewer and road construction. This is a project that will run for over 1.5 years, and some Depenbrock employees will be involved from start to finish. You've seen the first part of our series on the Depenbrock Group, a company with a very interesting and diverse structure, where we took you inside 2 major hydraulic and civil engineering projects. If you'd like to learn more about the company, visit their website. Under the Careers section, you'll find detailed information about the various career paths, apprenticeships and work placements. And needless to say, you can also follow Depenbrock on Instagram.